Yo. Social media, excuse me, is starting to become high school all over again. And I'm not saying it like, I'm not saying it in the way that y'all think I'm saying it. I'm about to break it down for you. Social media is becoming high school again because most of the popular people in high school wasn't shit. And most of them didn't amount to shit. Okay. The same thing goes with um, the internet. And the reason I'm saying that is because most of these bozos are wasting your time and their time. Why am I saying this? As a melanated being in America, I will be honest and say that they keep people that look like me on some dumb nigger shit to where they'll never be able to gain capital. And the only way that they'll have some ownership is if there's a dude fucking them in the ass to get it. This shit didn't start yesterday. From Parliament wearing skirts to Richard Pryor fucking Marlon Brando to all the type of weird molestation shit going on right now, from all the rape and gay sex that's going on in these gangs. It's plain and simple. This is going to sound extremely rude, but it is what it is. When white people called black people niggers, they knew exactly what they were talking about. Because it's only my group. Everybody else is doing fine. It's only my group that keeps this dumb shit going. If the Negroes in America would just stop sucking white people's dick for 1 year, we would have been out of this hellhole a long time ago. The entertainment shit, it's not getting you nowhere. You're still 13%. The faggot shit, it's not getting you nowhere. You're still 13%. The separating from sex, men versus women, it's not getting you nowhere. You're still 13%. You own no businesses, nothing. And instead of getting it, you would rather whine to this person who you claim you don't like, which don't make no fucking sense. I'm not hooking nobody up, calling me a cracker demon and all that. I wouldn't give you shit. I can't wait till you motherfuckers rot the ground. I totally understand why white people don't help out black people. They talk too much. Black people don't know how to shut the fuck up. A lot of times, y'all talk too much. Then, black people were vouching for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all these nobodies. Meanwhile, what happened while y'all were doing that? While y'all were helping George Soros, what was really happening? Right under your nose, 10 days before Trump got in office, Fauci's literally telling us, all of us, oh, the Trump administration, they're going to deal with a virus. How would you know that? Oh, nah, it's real. It's going on. It's on Earth. Coronavirus was man-made. Had nothing to do with God. Oh, no, God's not real. Well, wait a minute. Why did some people know not to take the jab and some of y'all didn't? Because some of us really are rolling with the Lord, and some of you are bitch-ass people that we wish we could take white people out of rulership so we could just execute you. We would just get rid of you. They don't want to, even though they pick and choose when they do. Like, they'll have a cop accidentally kill an innocent person, or they'll, give somebody the death sentence or something like that. See, they have the choice. But when it comes to you cleaning up your own neighborhood and saying, you know what, we're just going to separate. We don't care whose child this is. If they're not going to get right, which we know they're not, we're just going to take them out. And I know people are like, oh, that's children. No, we're talking about grown adults. Nobody's killing any underages. They're getting a belt. And any white police officer that has a problem with that, they can get the belt next. That's how we need to be. These are our neighborhoods. These are our children. You don't tell us what to do. And ever since we've been listening to you, we've had more crime, more gangbangers, more deaths, more overdose, more homosexuality. We've had more fuckery than a little bit. Sounds like this was a plan. Like this is what y'all wanted to do. Saying about racism. Because You know what I'm saying? If you're cool with melanated beings, that's fine. If you're not, that's fine also. This has nothing. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm tired of that buffer. I'm tired of that excuse. Every time you want to kick facts and keep it real, they want to talk about some stupid ass racism or slavery. Which, bitch, I don't have nothing to do with none of that. Slavery comes from Africans and Europeans. I'm American Indian. I have nothing to do with that. Racism comes from Europeans. I have nothing to do with it. So I'm tired of that buffer. Social media is turning people into Goombas. Always remember, people are following these people on the internet who have no jobs. Most of them are grown men that don't work, don't do any physical work at all. They sit on their ass, on their hands as well, and they act like they're smart. Like if they're the white dude. The white dude's not 13%. He can sit around and play on the golf course all day. Plus, he's united. They'll all come together and murk you all real quick. So they're not the ones with that problem. You are. And it just irritates me about my folks because it's happening again. It's another year. It's another year of y'all blowing up the same people who keep fucking you over. Everybody that was a fan of Brother Polite is still in that conscious community. Everybody was a fan that was a fan of Nature Boy is still in that community. Everybody that was a fan of Dr. York is still in that community. Rashid Jamal is still in that community. You'll never be able to wake up and truthfully get your business in order because y'all too busy trying to do a history pop quiz. The only reason we were supposed to get into that American Indian Aboriginal talk was to realize the white dude has been lying. So from there, okay, you're done with that conversation. Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? What does it matter? What does it matter? You're going to try to take some dead culture that didn't help nobody anyway? Name me a culture you can go back to that's going to help you that's stronger than America. Mind you, 21 countries is coming together to outdo your dollar. What are you doing? You over here talking with them. You bragging with them. Like you're going to leave. You're not going to leave anywhere. Nobody's taking over America. We have the biggest military. We'll murk all of them before we bow to them. That's something you dumb motherfuckers don't get. You keep talking all this kumbaya shit. Nations aren't in the business of failing or being captive. That's not happening. It's kind of like 9/11, how your rights went out the window. Same thing. So what am I really talking about? Because I ain't talking shit about this group. This group wants to live and die niggers. It is what it is. They're going to do it on their own. I'm not doing it with them. And I know people are like, damn, you coming off kind of harsh. No, I'm being dead honest. I don't care about me getting famous at all. I really don't want fame. I take fortune, but I don't want fame. I don't want to be known by a bunch of nobodies anyway. I'm starting to realize what this game is. This game is a bunch of losers making losers. And that's why people are so ignorant in their youth. People didn't used to be ignorant when they were young. They used to be young kings. People used to rule fucking dynasties young, real young, 20s in their 20s. You wouldn't trust these motherfuckers to watch your dog nowadays. And this ain't diss to the youth. This is the diss to the spellcasters talking to them. So, you have a president right now that's dirty as shit. One of the oldest people in the Senate. Should have knew he was dirty for years. Still, chose to put him in there over the orange dude, the pompous, the racist, all this dumb excuse you want. This is how much of a slave and much of a nigger my people are. They were quick to forget all through the 90s they were bragging about this guy. All their hardcore rappers. Republicans are racist. Republicans are racist. They don't like black people. But twice, 2 Republicans have got cease and desist letters about bumping black music. One Dr. Dre and one Eminem. Eminem called out the Hindu dude, the new one that's running this year, and Dr. Dre called out Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, I thought Marjorie Taylor Greene don't like black people at all. I thought she can't stand black people. Why the fuck would she want to bump a rap song? Why? Whatever. Before him, you had a president for 4 years that they gave you a bullshit investigation about for 4 years straight that turned out to be fake as fuck. You know it's fake because they went from in cahoots with a whole nother nation to avoiding taxes to paying for prostitutes. Look at all this left way they went. All that shit has nothing to do with the big creme de la creme that you had. And that was the first thing you brought up. So that should have stuck more than this bullshit that you're doing. But whatever. Rewind. He was only for 4 years. You had... Anyway, you had Obama for 8 years. When Obama got in office, you were $8 trillion in debt. Or 6. I think it was 8 though. But no, it was 6. It was 6. When he left, you were 20 trillion in debt. And mind you, this is the guy who hired the VP that became your president, that left all your weapons in Afghanistan. You care so much about poor people that you're going to make them pay more money. Get rid of gas cars and get electric cars, knowing that they're poor and they can't even afford the gas car. You dedicated millions of dollars to black schools and poor minorities. You ain't seen a dime of it. Nothing has changed anything. But still, we're on Obama. Now, the dude's case was in 2008. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody cared. Didn't he legalize gay marriage? See, these are scary discussions because people don't want to talk about it. It's fine. But I'm saying, what was social media for? What was the point of it? What was the point? What was the point to socialize media? To give a bunch of idiots a microphone and let them spellcast people? Now people are being spellcast by regular nobodies. These are just nobodies. And they putting you in their own ignorance. And the government is making plenty of money off of it. All those fact checks and stuff. Look at all the people they cut off social media. They blocked their accounts. They erased their posts, and they were all right. Now, who was against what they were saying that got them blocked, and who didn't care at all and wasn't even paying attention? Social media is becoming a Goomba. People are talking the same points over and over and going over. Look, let's step out of social media real quick. Let's go into reality. Yo, how y'all savings looking? How's your 401s? How's your Social Security? How's your plans for the next 10 years, the next 5 years? Where you gonna be at? Because now I'm gunning. I'm gunning. First I was hustling, doing whatever. Young and dumb, it takes time to learn. with this devil's money y'all making on social media, y'all caked out and all this shit, even though y'all still rocking silver. Some of y'all big time YouTubers talk about y'all making money, and that shit don't even look like white gold. It look like silver. But fuck it. Let's say you guys are making it. Let's say you guys are making stupid cash. What are you doing to the neighborhoods and the youth and the people? Because society is getting worse, and you guys are the front runners because you guys have all the likes and all the votes. Nobody's seeing anybody else. They're seeing you. You famous people, whether it's in the entertainment or on the internet, seeing you. Society's getting worse. It has nothing to do with getting older. It has to do with getting smarter. I walk around every day. I see people all the time. Energy's pretty dead. People are pretty dead with their energy. Energy's pretty dead. And it's weird because it's like you're alive, and that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're going to be dead forever. You know, the physical, you're not going to be able to walk and talk and laugh. So why are people alive walking around with dead energy? That doesn't make any sense. But I don't blame the masses. We all know the masses are zombies. The masses can't get free because their mainstream information and education and social life, social media are all spells. All spells to keep. Like I said, this country has never been this bad, ever. It's never been this broke. Never been this broke. We've never had people be able to pull off the dumbest shit. And it's like it's taking years for people to catch up. I don't really have like a dog in the fight between the Republicans and the Democrats. I really don't. Why do I want Trump to win? Because they fucked him. I seen it. They fucked him. But why? Well, look at all the dirt Biden was doing as a VP. Look at all the against God and nature stuff that Obama was doing. And what happened in the middle of that? What happened in the middle of Biden as president, Obama as president, and Donald Trump as president? What happened in the middle of that? 13 broken BlackBerry phones. Private server under your basement or in your basement. With Benghazi, that's China. So the Demis in the dirty ass Bushes, because George Bush Jr. is the one who introduced Fauci to us. They put it on the news talking about the age. I didn't know Fauci for that. Didn't nobody put Fauci around no real major shit until George Bush Jr. put him the head of the biotechnology. That's when 9/11 happened. That's what he did, because that happened in 2001. We all know about 9/11. Everybody talking about conspiracy. There's no conspiracy when a building falls on its own with no plane hitting it. Building 7 didn't get hit by a plane at all. It just fell. Like a demolition, it just fell. Nobody talks about Building 7. Everybody keeps their mouth shut. They just talk about Twin Towers. Box cutters. There was no men on this plane, on all the planes. People were scared of box cutters. So much. People knew that was so fake. People started making jokes about box cutters. What shit? We grew up in projects. Niggas had a knife fight before. It was like, who is the only Republicans at John Lewis' funeral. George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. So from the Bushes, who we know are related to the Obamas, or at least Barack is related to the Bushes. So from George Bush Jr. comes Obama. From Obama, you get Joe Biden, dirty ass deals, and Ukraine and all different type stuff. You also get the private server and the emails, the thousands of emails she erased. What were in all those emails? I think it was about Rona. I actually know it was about Rona because the whole experiment had been going down since 2001, but it really started popping in 2014. That's when they first started, taking this virus and adding the protein spike. You know what I'm saying? That's when they started doing it. It was called something else. And that's when the dude got Fauci in court and asked him, he's like, well, that's funny that in 2014, you brought up this same mathematical add up and it added exactly mathematically to the first coronavirus that we dealt with. Because, they came out with so many variants. So it's like, well, this added up to that exact one. And Fauci's like, oh, no, if you're talking about gain of function, that's not. And he's like, no, we know you changed the meaning already. We understand that. We know you're full of shit. We got you. But we're just wondering, why did it add up to the same calculation? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? He started springing off a gang of labs in America, and then he got caught up. And actually, it's funny. It was the Obama administration that actually told him, like, look, you got to shut this shit down. You can't be doing this. So where did he go? He went to Wuhan. Finished his work there. But that same year in 2014, Obama told us, he's like, in about 5 years, we're going to deal with another pandemic. Or another, something just like the Spanish flu. How do these people know about supposedly natural made disasters and diseases? How did they know it already? From Obama in 2014 telling us in 5 years we were going to deal with something like the Spanish flu. And for Fauci, 10 days before Trump inaugurates into office, tells us on stage, this Trump administration is going to deal with a pandemic. That's when I start looking at black people and I say something to them. I'm like, bro, y'all really still believe this game? Y'all still believe these rappers? Look what they've done to your women. Literally, even if you try to say that, oh, that doesn't represent all black women, you are lying. That is your mainstream artists. Sluts, hoes, prostitutes. Those are your mainstream figures. So much so, they gave the hoe a little money. You know what I'm saying? They got her on Real Housewives, nothing but drama, nothing but yin yang, mouth running, fights. That's the life of a hoe. That is the life of a hoe, reckless and chaotic. Ain't just black women. Okay, so what are you saying about American period? Why are they making y'all dick dastardly to society, to the world of civilizations? Why are they doing that? It's just one side. And that's what I'm telling people. You can tell it's them because they got all the minorities. Only an idiot would not be able to figure out that there is a group that said they speak for the poor people. So that means as long as you're poor, they can speak for you. If you make success, they can't represent you. They tell you about another side that has all the money, but don't like them. So he knows how to play basketball. I want to play basketball. He knows how to play. I shouldn't ask him. I should ask somebody who's a golfer that doesn't know how to play basketball. And that goes for every conversation. Religion's not good. They brainwashed our people, but we'll still speak quotes from people that came from religions. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. I didn't introduce myself to the internet as some damn preacher, some reverend. I never said nothing like that. I said I teach. I got a certain class of skills and science that I believe will change the world. I know it will. It's very easy to do. It's very simple stuff, but you got to be down to, tell the truth. And the truth is, social media is making people goombas. It's making people dumb as hell. Y'all are cash apping and making people rich that keep you in your ignorance. Whether it's political, social, economical, religious, historical, it's like, why do you think society is getting worse? The wrong people have the ball. That's all I'm really saying. The wrong people have the ball. And if you don't understand that the best way to control the masses is to control the most entertaining group out of the masses. So if I can keep, the excitement on being uneducated and stupid, not only will the blame not be on me, it'll be on these black people, but at the same time, they'll stay losing the way that I want the game to run. I want them to lose forever. I don't want them to win. So I give them my lower self. I give them the slave master mindset. Yeah, like the slave master was smart. No, the hillbilly redneck, knucklehead. That energy is in the ghetto to this day. That's the energy that they're using. They're using the hillbilly energy. That's why they sag their pants. There's a lot of babies out of wedlock, a lot of stupid shit, a lot of arguing, a lot of ignorance. Now, people think that you can't. You're going to have sex. You're going to party. You're going to have a good time. Nobody's talking about that's going to send you to hell. That's the reverend mad at you because you spent his money last night partying. See, that alcohol money was supposed to go in his little church, little pocket. That's why he starts saying stuff like that. That's why he starts saying, oh, you shouldn't be drinking, you shouldn't be smoking. The Bible don't say nothing about no drinking and smoking. It says you shouldn't be drunk. But it didn't say you couldn't drink. I don't even think they say anything about smoking. The body is the temple, okay? Who said I don't smoke in my temple? Why not? I'm not ashing out on the holy scripts, but it's like, if the candle can burn, why can't the smoke? It's not making any sense to me. Sounds like you just want, like I said, you want my weed money, you want my beer money for your fucking collection plate. That's what it sounds like. That's why you start pushing that narrative. Reverends be overweight like a mother. Imams, all them Muslims, they be overweight as hell. Talking about fasting. All people need to realize that if America falls, it's over. Y'all will never have freedom like freedom came to the world, like it did when this Constitution was made. We made a lot of people switch up the way that they were handling business. But if it's gone and people say it's foul and it needs to be rechanged, these are the people that speak for the poor people. Keep you broke. Does it really sound like they're the ones who got your back in the end, especially if your society is getting worse? I know people say it's all illusion, it's all on TV. Yeah, right. There's ignorant people everywhere. You see new crime stories in the news all the time. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what the media grabs. No. You see it in the articles. Murders happen all the time. You know they're not talking about the 700 deaths in Chicago every year repeatedly for like 4 years straight. They're not talking about LA, all the different. They're talking about it. what is going on. So, to me, I'm saying all that to say this. I believe some of us are taking advantage of social media and using it, but that's the same thing the actor did. That's the same thing the dancer did, the singer did. It was just on the television. Now they're doing it on social media. It's the same thing. Shit is crazy to me. Like I said, when y'all hear this, right, I hope you're getting your life insurance together. I hope you got your Social Security popping, your 401 popping. Maybe you got some accounts you want to switch in IRAs or whatever you're doing. I hope you're really moving. I hope you are. I hope you're not donating your savings like crypto. God bless the dead. That's so sad. That's so sad. Polite's a piece of shit. Look, he robbed that nigga for his dead dad's money. His dead dad's life insurance money that he left for him, $100,000. Crypto gave it all to Polite. And Polite's locked up for 7 years for getting kids drunk and touching on them, but saying he didn't touch on them because that's not the charge I got. I got charged for getting a kid drunk that was in a hotel passed out. That you stuck your finger down his throat to try to resuscitate him. And I'm supposed to believe there was no touchy-feely going on. You have multiple wives. You seem like a touchy-feely person. Why are you in a hotel room by yourself with a 16-year-old when you were supposed to be just going downstairs and talking to her? Her. Then why are you taking her to a party and having pictures with her? If you were supposed to just take her to a party, why didn't you escort her there, watch by the wallflowers, and then, take her home? Why is she in a hotel, period? What else they got to do with the party? Hey, I'm not a part of the conscious community. I'm part of the light community, but I'm not a part of no conscious community. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It seems like the conscious community is a bunch of boule, rapists, pedophiles, and fucking ex-gang drug dealing pieces of shit. That's what it seems like. And not saying that you can't reform and get no. What I'm saying is, it seems like these people haven't changed. It seems like they're still criminals. Most of them don't believe in God. Tell me these motherfuckers ain't the devil. Tell me they not. They're all ex-criminals. They're all very chaotic in what they're talking. They keep avoiding critical points that would make perfect sense to a logical person that's going to get into this consciousness and use it for what it's for. And then, like I said, none of them believe in God. All the main hitters, all the ones with all the, the souls. I don't know. The world's getting worse. I don't know if I can say that y'all really don't work for the negative side. I think you do. Talk all this positive shit you want. If you were so fucking positive and good for these people, why haven't they went anywhere? Y'all been talking about some conscious revolutionary shit for a long time. Long ass time. And all this country is doing is getting more and more in debt. I'm wondering if BRICS does real good. Are the Negroes or black people that love it here, are they going to leave? Because if America falls, or you're saying there's more money in other places, why the hell would you stay here? Then lastly, who said that those other nations are going to fuck with you? What's your track record here? Not the 50s, 40s, 30s Negroes. No, you can't talk about that. Talk about y'all today. Money hungry, selfish, ignorant, don't see the game, don't see the illusion, just lost. What are y'all going to do? Who's going to want to join? Like, see, when I say that, y'all got to remember, I'm talking about the majority. I'm not talking about the twos and fews. Oh, yeah, they will be selected and saved and go on and do great things. I can see that a mile away, but I'm talking about the majority. What's going to happen to them? What's really going to happen if y'all fuck up one more time? Y'all got one chance left. This next election is going to be so critical. It's going to be so critical for America. Like, if y'all don't wake up, and realize that these faggot demon worshiping weirdos are tearing this place apart. And the poorest people will be the first ones to go. If you don't get that in your head, you're done. You're done for. And remember, all that information will still be there. You know, creating the air conditioner, all that science will still be there. You just chose to be a slave. You chose to do what they told you to do, which was don't read. You chose to do it. You keep talking this same voodoo science that is not real because these people got enslaved. You keep talking all this spell magic that didn't work. And it didn't work against some simple shit like a gun. It's supposed to be magic. It's supposed to be fucking hocus pocus. It's supposed to make fucking rivers turn into fucking tsunamis and shit. No. Folklore, allegory, mystic wisdom. You're not supposed to fucking literally believe it. No. Oh, but what about back in the day? You're an idiot. You're a fantastical retard. You just won't grow up. You keep fucking around. And here's the funny thing: you get introduced to some science from some people that clearly don't use it. They don't respect it. They don't use it like that. They're not worried about no lightning and thunder happening. That's why they send their police to shoot you in your face, right? That's why they keep you in the ghetto. They redline you. They do all this stuff that's being done in front of this almighty higher thought. And you're waiting on Spooky Man to come down to help you out. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. I'm done. With all this real government shit that's happening and all the foul shit you see going on right now, if the American melanated beings do not go back to Republican and straighten up your house, I think it's over. It's like I said, 2024 is going to be the most critical year of American black people's existence. It's going to be a very, very critical year because it's going to prove if you're a fucking idiot or not. It's going to prove it. And I'm telling you, if y'all don't vote Republican, I don't care who's in there. I don't give a fuck what Republican it is because one dude ain't going to pull all the strings. You see, Trump couldn't. I thought all the Democrats would. One can't pull all the strings, regardless of how anybody feels. So, if y'all don't, y'all done. Y'all done. You've had too long with the same group. You've had too long with the same group, and you've gotten worse. You haven't gotten better. You haven't gotten smarter. You can pull that bullshit lie all the fuck you want. You out your fucking mind. You've gotten more bojangly. You're a fucking actor. A fucking fake. You're a fucking actor. Yeah. You're a fucking dancer. Yeah. You're a singer. You're a performer. You get on that stage, nigga, and you sing. And you dance. And you jiggle. You entertain me. Boy. Girl. And make sure your pants are sagging. I want you to look like a fucking idiot. And I want you girls out there looking like fucking prostitutes, just like I want them. You will never be a fucking grand thing to be. And we're all going to use you for your sympathy and your emotions because we know you're very emotional people. So we're going to act like we give a fuck about slavery, but we're never going to pay you. We're going to watch the movies. We're going to cry with you. We're going to laugh with you. We're even going to use the word nigger with you. We ain't going to pay you shit, though, because you are a fucking slave, whether it's physical or mental. And that's just what it is. Until you wake up and accept the facts that it is imperative for you to do your due diligence in your history and realize when you won that war, you became a Republican. And when you fought in all these wars and you won them, you were a Republican, regardless if they want to claim you were or you weren't. Your conservative mind state was about family, God, higher thought, family, and business and structure. And you guys did great. You keep saying another group fucked you up. And then in the 60s, you went right back to that group. There's only one group exposing the Rona. There's only one group exposing the dirty presidents. There's only one group exposing it all. The other one's a fruitcake for Hollywood. I'll never tell you anything. So, God bless dead James Brown. So now, my man, you listen. And you do your best. Keep up your habit till your rest. And it seems like the habit is playing the bullshit. Acting like individually y'all gonna get free. When you motherfuckers didn't even get introduced to this shit individually. No, you didn't. Y'all was a group. You was black before you got here. As soon as you got here, that's what they named you. So they introduced you to this stuff supposedly made by black people. Where's all your inventions at? Why everything is just plantation stuff? Making up words from other words sounds like a slave to me. Sounds like a slave to me. Motherfuckers call it slang. No, you just said another word to represent something that already has a word to represent it. You're not creating anything. It's not a short. You know what I'm saying? Johnny is John. No. It's not a short. No. Slang. Yo, that's icy. Talking about a chain. But wait a minute. What about a deck? Yo, it's icy. You slip. Watch your step. See how there's already a word? You're not creating anything. You're a good slave. You're just taking stuff that's already there. I'm not dissing my people. I'm being honest. Because there's a difference. There's your higher self and your lower self. You keep fucking with your lower self. You're ignorant. The slave master's son. That's what you want to be. When you mess with your higher self, you create the flushing toilet. You create the Thermo King. You create 300 inventions with the peanut. You discover the peanut. This is all on democratic time. Remember, when it comes to George Washington Carver, W.E.B. Du Bois begged him to teach at the universities. He begged him. He didn't even want to do it. He wasn't even tripping. He was like, yo, I'm not even inventing, creating stuff. I don't really care. He begged him to go. Why? By the time George Washington Carver was in the university, he was an old man. But with a noble person, you could try to play it off like y'all noble, even though y'all some dirty ass people. But say this. In my one lifetime, I have never seen black people, black Americans go full Republican. I've never seen it. But that's where they came from. And that's where all their inventions are. And that's where all their patents are. And that's where everything is. And like, oh, well, why don't they talk about it? For one, you don't go to private school. You go to public program school. So you're choosing to stay a slave. You're choosing it. Ron DeSantis talking about there's good stuff that came from slavery. Of course there is. The Negro is the one that invented everything. That's why as soon as you came out, bro, Reconstruction is only like 17, 20 years. Within that span, you damn near created 50,000 patents. You probably created like 35,000 patents at the time. And then later on, all the way up to the 60s, that rest is 50,000 patents. That they're not teaching you in your public school programming. How would you know what you would learn in private school? You never went. You never put your children in. So how would you know? How would you know what history they're teaching? Because if you Google something or Wikipedia something, you can literally find this information. So it's not like it's hidden. It's not hidden. It's just not tied to public school programming. So where would it be taught? Maybe in private school. Because the damn sure ain't on these universities. These motherfuckers are homos and lost. So that information not there. But it's on earth because it really happened. So who would have it? Why don't they just tell black people then? Why are they holding their information? Because if we knew that the energy is with the melanated being, all the pizzazz and caraz, everybody's following them. If we know that and we see it, we would want it in its purest form. Nobody wants someone who they have to beg and plead and act a fool with to get them to lure them in. Why would I want to lure you in? I would want you to want it. So You're damn right Republicans ain't going to bring up a bunch of black Republicans past, but they will slip it in. Donald Trump said it. He said that black American has done the most for this country than anybody else. He knows what he's talking about. He's talking about the Tuskegee Airmen. He's talking about Black Wall Street. You know how much? So what? They burned it down. You know how much information they stole? You know how much fucking ideas they took from there? Harlem, same thing. Everybody knows that. Come on now. These Europeans would know nothing about the jitterbug if it wasn't for Harlem. They would know nothing about the doo-wop. They would know nothing about that. Duke Ellington had his own band, Speakeasies. This is before the entertainment industry. He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars in his own places with his own folks doing their own thing. You can literally watch Life, Harlem Nights, all that. You can watch any movies you want. Fucking Hoodlum. It's like Harlem was beautiful. Harlem was beautiful, so much so that they had to redline it, and now you see a bunch of white people over there trying to take it over. Harlem was beautiful. Good business, too. Good business. I mean, they had their own stuff. It was great. Chicago, a long time ago, was like that for black people, too. They were doing really good. You know, the original Wild West. People don't even get it. Original Los Angeles was populated damn near 80% black people. It's all black people. We're the original cowboy. We couldn't have no land in the South. They'd kill you and take you off. The North, yeah, it was cool, but it's like there was this new thing. The new frontier is like, that's where black people went. A lot of them went in the West. A lot of them was already there. That's why they were so eager to go back over there. You're not going to get any of this truth, until you go to the other side of that bird. You keep talking about two wings, same bird. Well, why do you only know one wing? That's why you're so lopsided. Even if you felt that they both was dirty, why would you refuse to go see the other side and continue to stay on that side, even though you're saying the whole thing's dirty? That doesn't make any sense. You're afraid. You got to admit it. You're afraid to be wrong. You're afraid to be wrong. You're afraid that you were incorrect the whole time, and nobody wants to be made a fool of. I got you. But if you don't read, you are a fool. So how can you be mad? How can you truly be mad if you've done no research of your true history and you just accepted slavery and civil rights? That's why you don't know any of your glory. That's why you're so whiny. That's why all you want to do is whine and complain and beg for some money. Ain't nobody paying nobody for doing nothing. Slavery, you ain't them. That's another reason why they won't pay us, because they don't respect our like large narrative in the group. They don't respect it. They're like, bro, you're not them. They weren't sagging their pants. They weren't rude. They weren't disrespectful at all. And honestly, those black people today, they would be more afraid of than us, because those black people did pick up a gun. Those black people did pick up a fist. You know how many white people got their ass whooped during fucking Jim Crow time? You got your fucking mind. First of all, Jack Johnson alone was beating shit out of white people all day. That's how you know that shit don't make any sense. Oh, black people are getting hung on the street. I don't really think that's true, because they literally let Jack Johnson whoop the fuck out of white people for years. And these were white men. It's like you would think that they would have like killed them. You would even sleeping with white women too. Come on, bro. That's weird. That's weird as hell. It's like Malcolm X was sleeping with white women. He only got 10 years. Him and Shorty got 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They ran it concurrent. It's like, and they was sleeping with white women. Should have got life. Nope. Let that shit slide. Interesting. Whatever, yo. They molesting the kids out here. Black people losing people left and right, up and down. So they can't say that they not feeling it. They've been lying to you. They've been robbing your money. They've been robbing your spirit, robbing your people. Yeah, it's time. It's time. It's time. If black people don't get it right this time, there's no helping them. And it's like, I understand why, because they're being called black. They're being called darkness. They're being called dead. So I get it. That's why they don't have no life in them. They're always mad, always doing the wrong thing because they're dead. They're dead people. I get it. But it's about that time. It's about that time, y'all. You gotta stop. You gotta stop because it ain't no individual thing. It's a group. I don't know why black people think they're individuals. No, you're not. That's why every black person talks about they felt racism or racist vibes. Okay, so why do you all feel the same energy? Because they're looking at you the same. I'm saying go back to your inventions and go back to cleaning yourself up. You wouldn't make these stupid decisions if you weren't around stupid people. And like I said, the social media has become the Goombas. Like, bro, it's literally turned this place into dummy land. Thugs that nobody ever cared to hear speak. Now all of a sudden they're famous on the internet. Corny people. Gay people. Dumb people. It's like, yo, it's mad weirdos on the internet. And they all want you to be in a nice car and a fancy living. And it's like, well, wait a minute. How do you know that real stuff doesn't take time? Real stuff takes time. Anybody could jump up in a flash and go sign their soul over. That's all y'all did was sign a contract. Motherfuckers, man, everybody's stupid. Everybody's stupid, bro. It's easy to get money. Can you keep your integrity? Can you keep your heart? Or a lot of you miserable hiding behind money. Acting like that makes you something great. You don't. Especially when you achieve it in a very weak way. Just running your mouth. Like, come on, man. Like, this entertainment shit is a joke. I'm starting to realize it. It's like, yo, entertainment is a joke. Awareness is cool. Talking to people, opening their minds up, that's cool. But just like being a fucking Bojangle for people, that shit's corny. Even though I like doing funny stuff, don't get it confused. I got a comedian side. You know what I'm saying? I got a poetry side. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. I understand that. But I'm saying these people weren't supposed to be on the stage anyway because it's not even them. They being told what to do. Once you're being instructed with your talent, it's not your talent. So you don't have any talent. You're talentless. Maybe that's why the world is so messed up now, because you got a bunch of agents playing the role of God's true gifts, his gifts, his ideas of wonder, higher thought, to come out to deal with this thing called life. And they've just turned it into something grimy. But we'll see. We'll see in the long run. Yo, I'm serious about that government shit. Y'all need to stop talking about the Republicans, bro. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't give a fuck what they did after y'all switched over, because like you said, you switched. You keep saying the same stupid shit over and over. The Democrats infiltrated the Republican Party. That's what happened. So you can keep pointing the finger at their cousin all you want. Yeah. See, you did that. Yeah, you did that. He's like, yeah, all right, cuz I'll see you on the weekend. That's where that came from, where they're both dealing with the same prostitutes. They both eating lunch at the same tables. That's where that comes from. That's what they're talking about. Because I know black people who thought of that shit. They're not fucking fans of white people. So it's like, no, you saying that they both work with each other. Okay, which part of that party would be doing that? Because there's some Republicans that don't fuck with Democrats, period. They hate them. There's some Democrats who don't fuck with Republicans. They hate them. So who these motherfuckers linking up, buddy? That's where your problem is. Mitch McConnell's. That's where your problem is. You got to see for what it is. And he got a slave master family in his background. Trump didn't, but he does. So you got to see what it is. And his Democrat that does, fake ass Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren. She got slave masters in her background. See? Now, why would a Republican have slave masters in his background? And why would a Democrat have slave masters in their background? Because the big switch, I told you, them Dixiecrats infiltrated the Republican Party. Doesn't mean that all Republicans are Dixiecrats, but that's why they're there. Till the next time. Goes.